Final 11 last second takes on 27 on traffic tunnel.
Guys, the damage is shown on southbound in New Jersey Turnpike over by Interstate 8A. And I crashed at the 4 lanes being out a couple lanes for a while. The 4 lanes were entirely closed down. It's been cleared away, but we are still looking at 60-minute delays into that stretch again southbound on the New Jersey Turnpike over by the Mercer Middlesex line. Now, if you're traveling and heading for the George Washington Bridge, you've got 25-minute delays for the upper level, lower level. That crash has been cleared away. 25 minutes for the lower as well. Lincoln is 35 to 40. Heading into the city outbound is 10 to 15. The Hall's going to be 20 to 25 now. Either approach and exit coast on the southbound New York State Thruway. And then southbound exit 13. Heading to and across the west side of the Tennessee Bridge as the problems earlier. This is responded by now auto parts. The clock is the same as auto parts stores. A rugged Bluetooth speaker with 20-hour battery life. $29.99. That's right. And you get free to play music last 8 weeks.
7B. Looking good though across the Tappan Zee Bridge in Connecticut. The Turnpike, that's still slow as well on the southbound side through Norwalk. Now forecast from the Delta CBS Weather Center.
It's a sunny to partly cloudy day and a pleasant high near 75. Becoming mostly cloudy tonight. Upper 50s and low 60s across the area. Mostly cloudy and cool. Showers developing too. And the high tomorrow near 70. I'm Ray Gellman in the WCBS Weather Center.
71 in Port Washington this morning. Clouds are over Stanford. We're at 70 degrees. 70 right now in Manhattan. Beautiful one coming up as we head to 75 degrees. With Lane Cabot. Have a great day. I'm Paul Renee.
Celebrating the years of news in New York. News Radio 880 WCBS. WCBS HD. WCBS FM HD2 New York.
Good morning on this Thursday, June 16th. I'm Pat Marnick. Here's the latest from the WCBS newsroom. Investigators still trying to find out more about the gunman who opened fire, critically injuring House Whip Steve Scalise yesterday. Deportations have been many members of a violent MS-13 gang on Long Island. Norwegian Air joins Delta and JetBlue on an international flight out of Stewart Airport. And the lifestyle man looking to be a hummus upgrade. And it appears the soup Nazi has fallen on hard times. Sports. Yankees are at the A's tonight, and the Mets host the Nationals. WCBS News time, 10 o'clock.
CBS News, I'm Frank Cittadini. Vice President Pence and his wife went to a Washington hospital this morning to get a report on Congressman Steve Scalise and the Capitol Police who were wounded in yesterday's ballpark shooting in Virginia. CBS's Steve Dorsey has the latest.
Vice President Pence spent about 45 minutes at the hospital where he checked in on Scalise, who's in critical condition. He also visited Officer Crystal Griner, who's recovering after she was shot in the ankle. At a separate hospital, former congressional aide turned lobbyist Matt Micah, who was shot in the chest, is in critical condition and on a ventilator. 3 others hurt in the attack have been released from hospitals.
Capitol Police Officer Crystal Griner took a bullet to the ankle but kept on firing at the ball field gunman. Retired Capitol Police Chief Tim Dines says he's not surprised.
She is amazing. She's a hero.
Yeah, he's a hero.
What being a hero is all about.
In a show of unity and defiance, tonight's charity baseball game between Republicans and Democrats in Congress will go on as scheduled. Russia election tampering special counsel Robert Mueller reportedly is investigating President Trump for possible obstruction of justice. CBS News senior legal analyst Andrew Cohen.
If it's just James Comey's word versus the president's word, it's not necessarily a strong obstruction case, or at least not a complete obstruction case. But if other witnesses come forward and say that the president asked them to lean on Comey, then suddenly you have a pattern of behavior that arguably looks like obstruction.
We have breaking news from Washington. The FBI says polygamous sect leader Lyle Chess was arrested last night in South Dakota. Chess was awaiting trial in an alleged food stamp fraud scheme when he escaped confinement almost a year ago. The family of a Cincinnati college student who returned from prison in North Korea in a coma is expected to have more to say shortly. Earlier this week, Otto Warmdier's father said his son had been brutalized. CBS News Asia correspondent Ben Tracy has North Korea's side of the story.
They said that they released Warmbier on what they are calling humanitarian grounds. They did not go into any sort of detail about his medical condition, why he may have ended up in a coma. They basically just reiterated that he was sentenced to a 15-year prison term and that they let him go early on humanitarian grounds.
The number of people killed by a fire in a London high-rise yesterday stands at 17, but it could go higher. CBS's Larry Miller has the latest.
Dozens of residents are still missing, and London Fire Chief Danny Cotton says the inferno was so intense and the smoke so thick it would be a miracle if anyone survived. The structure is so unsafe, sniffer dogs are searching for bodies.
The benefit of using those dogs is clearly they are much nicer than people and they can cover a great area in a very short space of time.
It's a time frame for recovering the day.
Besides this building, it could take weeks.
The cause of the blaze isn't yet known. Larry Miller, CBS News, London.
In early trading on Wall Street, the Dow Industrials are down 51 points. This is CBS News.
We just carry our gospel to their destination.
WOY's Weekend with Law, the statewide expose for RAC 800, 200, 3 minutes after 10 o'clock. Here's our traffic check for Bernie Hyder.
Some problems heading through Englewood Cliffs now to southbound Palisades by exit 1. A crash along the right side of the roadway, only 1 lane is getting by. Heavy delays back from exit 2, Henry Hudson Drive on the Sawmill northbound over by Kisco Avenue. That ramp is going to be closed down, in fact, north and southbound with a repaving operation. Now, heading to the George Washington Bridge, 25 45 minutes really for either level. And if you're coming south on West Side Highway, look out for a crash by 96th Street, really slowing you up. Lincoln Tunnel 35 to 40 into the city. Outbound still about 10 to 15. Holland's 20 to 25 from either approach. And we still have some heavy delays south on New York State Thruway as you travel towards the Westchester Round Tappan Zee Bridge. This report sponsored by LifeLock. Is your personal info for sale on the dark web? Monitoring your credit can't show you, but LifeLock sees a wide range of threats to your identity. If something happens, U.S.-based specialists can work to fix it. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code. I'm Bernie Viter on the home of the Met, 710 WOR.
It's about 10:04 in just a moment. Weather and Wall Street.
As a home health aide, I want to join a service that cares as much about the patient as I do.
Santa's Home Care is seeking exceptional home health aides and personal care aides to serve patients in New York and Long Island. This is an amazing opportunity to start a well-paying career with benefits, a flexible schedule, and a great working environment. No certification needed. Free training available. To apply, use your cell phone to call pound 250 and say the keyword home care. That's pound 250, keyword home care.
Josh Phillips, your financial quarterback here, inviting you to join us Saturdays and Sundays at 9 a.m. If you have questions on estate planning, charitable planning, retirement income planning strategies, call my office during the week at 888-988-JOSH, 888-988-5674, 888-988-JOSH, and listen every Saturday and Sunday at 9 right here on WOR.
Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, APFS, member FINRA, SIPC, advisory services through Rough Quarterback LLC, WQ, APFS, and WQ are unaffiliated entities.
Well, clouds should begin to thin out some this afternoon, and we will see sunshine as temperatures will climb to 73 today. Clouds this evening with a shower possible overnight, low 61. Scattered showers and thunderstorms during the day on Friday, with Friday's high 70. Still a threat of a shower as we make our way to Saturday. Saturday's high 82. Party this hour 71. WOR. Early trading, the Dow is down 57 points. Nasdaq off 64. The S&P is down 12. This Bushwhack is brought to you by Ace. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Also, your neighborhood place. The most trusted even tools. They're here to help you find the best craftsman power and hand tools, lawnmowers, leaf blowers, storage chests, toolboxes, and more. Ace is the helpful place. Mets beat the Cubs 9-4. They take on the Nationals tonight. Coverage on WOR begins at 6:05. Yankees lose to the Angels 7-5. It's now 10:06, and that's our news. Next update at 10:30. Breaking news at 1 time. Joe Martin about 710 WOR and NBC News radio station.
On the voice of New York, 710 WOR.
Well, not a bad day out there for the middle of June, and then we got 3 days of rain coming up, but we got lots to talk about today. We got a big show. We get to Robert Mueller, I forget what the hell his name is, but we'll get to what he's up to. We'll get to Mayor de Blasio and the subway. The Bill Cosby trial, where at any moment we could get a verdict here. Anthony Weiner, there's news about the divorce. We'll get to the total disaster of Megyn Kelly. CNN on a little fake news. We'll get to the latest retail news and all of that. Also, I think no more daily news for me. Just not gonna.
Feel like it?
I never liked it, but it's become pretty much a useless paper. It's more like a pamphlet now. It's not really a newspaper.
I agree with you. I mean, the stories are kind of thin.
Yeah, but you know, you judge, I judge the paper by how many stories do you yank out of there that you can use up here? You know, the New York Post, every day you get like 15 things out of there you can be using. And the Daily News, it's been one a day, and now I notice it's one every 4 days. It's just kind of useless. There's just not much in there. And time to get rid of it, I think. Sorry to do it.
Oh.
It was an institution.
Right, yeah, I guess so.
An institution. So was Magnavox television. Remember Motorola flip phone? That was an institution. That was the phone.
The Daily News has been around for a long time, longer than the Motorola flip phone.
I'm just saying, it's time for it to go. There's no purpose in it anymore. We don't need to deal with the Robert Mueller. The word is all over the place. Calling for him to be fired. Every news company is fired. Everybody else, including me, demanding he be fired. So he saw that the push was there to have him fired. So he needed a chess move to block. So he's the leaker. He didn't do it personally, but he had it leaked out to the Washington Post that he was now investigating obstruction of justice. Simply a chess move, a block, to make it tougher to fire him. That's his purpose with this. I don't know if he's actually going to expand it and obstruction of justice. So first of all, I don't know if legally, I don't think legally it can be obstruction of justice if there was no crime to begin with. If you're investigating something that doesn't exist, I don't know that it can be. I don't know how legally that can be obstruction of justice.
Well, you try to obstruct a lawful investigation.
But if it's into a crime that never happened,
Well, I think that's after the fact.
that's a tough one. It's also, you know, if you wanted to actually do obstruction of justice, it would be an admission that there's no Russian collusion. I'm not going to find anything, so I got to go look for something else. But it's a deliberate chess move by Mueller to make it tougher to fire him. Now, nobody knows if Trump was thinking of firing. Of course, you had people saying it. People were friends of his. People were claiming to be friends of his, all saying this. But Mueller didn't know if that's something Trump was really thinking of, but he didn't want to take the chance, so he threw out a blocking move last night of the week to the Washington Post. So their game is on. So they could Trump tweeted, what did he tweet today? Greatest witch hunt in history. Greatest political witch hunt. Yeah, I think I'd agree on that. You think of a better one?
It is kind of crazy that we're going this far on nothing.
You could say like the McCarthy years, but there really were a lot of conscience in what they know was the part they didn't catch a bunch of them. You could say for Watergate because there was an actual crime there. I mean, it started with, see, this is, you know what's Law and Order? They have a crime, you see the crime, then they have an investigation, and then there's a trial. So this whole thing is running backwards. Here's the crime. We'll find out what the crime is later. You remember when Nancy Pelosi, they kind of asked her to explain Obamacare, what's in it? She goes, we don't know what's in it. We'll have to pass it to find out what's in it. And this is the same thing. This is Nancy Pelosi saying, I don't know. We got to prosecute it to find out what the crime is. This is what Dershowitz used to say. This is what Stalin would do. Show me the man, I'll find you.
You know, I'm coming to your side of this one.
I'm starting to worry me.
No, really, I mean, I have not seen a single iota of evidence to indicate any collusion or anything.
So there is no Russian collusion. But remember another thing, the CIA did a pretty thorough investigation for 7 months. And I would think the CIA has at their disposal.
And don't you think, I'm sorry, if there was something, given the amount of leaks, that information would have leaked out?
It would have leaked out immediately. Because the CIA has better techniques they can use than maybe the FBI when it comes to international conspiracy. So in 7 months, they were unable to find anything. Clapper has testified under oath 3 times. Absolutely no evidence of collusion. And the FBI has been on it 8 months. They can't find anything. And so far, they have found absolutely nothing. Nothing. So, and what would the collusion be? I don't even understand what it could possibly be. Let's say Russia decided to begin the collusion with Donald Trump. First of all, I don't even know how they would reach Donald Trump. I mean, I watched that wacky Rachel Maddow show, and she comes up, she's got a history of coming up with the most bizarre conspiracy theories. She makes Alex Jones look cautious. Last night, she's doing a whole thing on the Crown Prince of Qatar, and how he might have been the broker between the two sides. They might have funneled everything through him. Okay, I don't see, all right. But Mark, she also once did a 3-night investigation, and he's showing that Anthony Weiner never made those tweets. That's Rachel Maddow. Well, let's say there was collusion, though. Hey, I don't know how they would have gotten together. Certainly not through Kislyak. He's just a public guy. He's in the middle of big receptions, galas. He's in public. He's not a spy. He's not a behind-the-scenes guy. I know that if you watch Rachel Maddow, he's the spy master. But believe me, this Sergeant Schultz is not the spy master of anything. But what would the collusion be? What would they do together?
The only thing I can think of is the release of the emails that they had on Clinton.
Nah, but I don't know if it'd be that, because that's WikiLeaks. There's no actual physical evidence that Russia did it. The government, the FBI, CIA, they never even inspected the DNC server. They were never granted access to it. But that would have happened anyway. There's no security of any kind on the server. Every hacker in the world was in there, so that would have been. But let's say there was collusion. What would they do? The only thing I can think of is Russia would say, we'll get you $1 billion for your campaign. We'll funnel money into you.
Or it could be that, we're going to lift the sanctions on you, just, I don't know, give us something in return.
See, in
that's the only thing that doesn't make any sense. If that's what they were looking for, they would have gone with Hillary, because she's absolutely transactional. They've done it with her before. They needed all that uranium. They made a $125 million donation to the Clinton Foundation. They got all the uranium. They got 25% of our uranium. And they know they can buy anything they want from Hillary. Why would they? Trump, if you were Russia, I don't think I would take a chance on Trump. When you know you've got a totally corrupt Hillary Clinton that will sell you anything for a price. It didn't make any sense. We're still going to find out. So, anyway, we'll get back to that. The game is tonight. This is a big game that the congressmen play, the baseball game. It's at the Nationals Park, Major League Baseball Stadium. And they say it's been going on 100 years.
I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, a big charity game. Wouldn't you think somebody would put this on television? All these senators and congressmen playing. I mean, like on ESPN 6 or something, or C-SPAN 9. Wouldn't you think that somebody would broadcast that?
Maybe it has been, and nobody watched it.
Yeah, I mean, it's apparently a charity game. There's a couple of good charity boys and girls clubs in Washington. That's a very popular Washington charity. I forget what the other one is, but there's a couple of charities. It's for a great cause. To go on and play anyway. You know that President Trump visited the hospital last night. Well, actually, you don't know that because nobody covered it. CNN buried it. At 3 in the morning, they did it for like a minute. But believe me, if that was President Obama, it'd be live coverage of it. President Trump and his wife, they had 2 enormous things of white flowers.
Don't you think they purposely did this low-key? Because there really wasn't that much video of it.
No, I don't think the Trumps were looking for video, but I think that if that were Obama, the pictures would be on the front page of every paper. Look at President Obama visiting the hospital. But because it's President Trump, no coverage. So I was checking NBC News yesterday. They will not identify this gunman as a left-wing extremist. They will not go into detail. In fact, Lester Holt opened the news with the whole story of the gunman. And also, we'll try to see if we can find a motive. If that were a right-wing guy, all you hear is right-wing extremist, right-wing, and then you'd hear that everywhere. If it was a Trump supporter, don't you think that would be in every sentence of every story in NBC News? But it's a Democrat, it's a Bernie supporter, because he's a Democrat, never mentioned by NBC. And you know, this is the second Sanders nut job who got crazy and tried to kill people. You remember Oregon, the subway? Or was it the train?
I'm not quite sure which one you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy stabbing people.
Oh, the stab person, yeah,
The
right.
stabber, he went onto a subway? I think it was a subway. He got into the Oregon subway system with a knife and tried to kill people. He was a Bernie Sanders diehard supporter.
But they went after a Muslim, didn't they? What it was?
Yeah, he was trying to kill Muslims.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was a violent, crazed Bernie Sanders supporter, started stabbing and trying to kill people on the subway in Oregon. That was about a month or 2 ago. Now this is another Bernie Sanders supporter trying to shoot congressmen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's not getting a lot of coverage of these Bernie people are going nuts. So you can look at this. There's a whole thing in the paper today of all the calls for violence, from liberal Democratic performers from Madonna to this person, to Sarah Silverman, obviously Kathy Griffin, but there's dozens and dozens and dozens of them. You know, you have to just cope with the election. You can't undo this. You can try to find a candidate for next time, or candidates and issues. That's what you got to do. It's not about trying to undo this election. You can't do it. Robert Mueller's not going to undo it. Nobody's going to undo this. It's got to stop.
Wasn't it Michael Goodman who talked about that was a strategy? Just resist Trump and do everything you can to try and drive him out of office?
Yeah, you know, when they say the resistance, that's the term that's used all illusionary. Well, generally, you're resisting an illegitimate government.
Yeah,
like in France, when the Nazis took over, you formed the resistance. The resistance is always for a totally illegitimate government that's taken over. You really can't do that in this case. You got to stop that. You know, we had a little birthday party last night for David Dinkins.
I saw the picture.
Yeah, 90 years old. But on one side of the table was John Kaczmatidis and Margot and me and some congressmen. And on one side of the table, you had all these guys who were in their 90s. David Dinkins, Charlie Rangel. Remember Lester Wolf, the congressman? He's 98. Well, in great shape. But I was asking these guys, what happened to all, I mean, these guys are very liberal guys, but they're not crazy, they're not insane, and they're all trying to point to where it all turns. But I noticed one thing about these guys. Every one of them, military, Dinkins, a Marine, Charlie Rangel, they were all war heroes. They got Bronze Stars, they got medals, they got, that's part of the thing that changed. All these guys grew up with discipline and character, and, well, whether you agree politically or not, they know how to handle themselves. We're now in a generation where they grew up with participation trophies, there's no winner, you don't keep score in the game, so they're not used to losing. Maybe that's it. And I asked him that, even Charlie Ringo, he said, yeah, it's one thing you learn in the military. Keep calm, don't go crazy, and you learn how to work with a team, trust the other guy, and all that. We're now in a generation of nobody was in the military, nobody's got that kind of discipline or character, and they all just go nuts. And then the more you raise people, the great thing was losing a baseball game when you were a kid. Now there's no score. And what's that stupid T-ball? Well, not even a game. That's when you're 5 years old. You can't get too intense when you're 5. Yes, you can, and it was good to get bullied now and then, and it was good to lose a game now and then. So people grow up not being able to take a loss, take a defeat. Look at these whining, screaming people. Anyway, there's lots to get to. The Bill Cosby trial, what do you think could happen? It could be any day now. What's the jury's going to come in?
They suspect something's going to happen. Whether they come out and say they can't do it, or something may happen today.
Yeah, he's got a chance now, a good chance of beating this, I think.
Well, I think it'd be a hung jury more than... It's not me, because you're going to have another trial.
Hey, for a week ago, you had 65 women coming out. You never thought he'd beat this. This is pretty amazing. The fact that the jury's been out this long, the fact that they're asking to go over the transcripts from 2004 in the original case means they're looking for something that doesn't match up. Maybe the lawyer did point out some discrepancies in some testimony. Just one little thing, that's all you need, just to create a little reasonable doubt, and then you get a hung jury, and then that's it. I mean, you go to trial again, but that's a year, 2 years. Yeah, look at him now. He's blind. He's bumping into the walls.
Maybe be able to see that next trial.
They're the old gangsters when they got indicted. All of a sudden they're in a wheelchair with an intravenous. They're wearing a neck brace. He's been doing that. He's blind. He can't see. He can't walk. Next time he'll be able to talk, stand up, be a stretcher. He's got a good chance of beating us. We'll see later. They also make him Kelly in Crisis, Mississippi, Anthony Weiner, and more coming up. Check out the webpage. There's a lot of good stuff up there. Hey, speaking of phones, now watch this. It's Throwback Thursday. This is a commercial for what was the top smartphone in the world right before the iPhone was invented. Watch this commercial. Just a day before the iPhone, this was the hottest phone. You couldn't believe the things you could do on this smartphone, your email. But watch what it looked like. And then, remember yesterday Alan's White Bell was on? And he said there's a TV pilot that was never picked up. It was written by Conan O'Brien and Robert Smigel. It's in the late 90s. It's considered the greatest TV pilot that wasn't sold. Starred Adam West, and I watched it. He's brilliant, and it's a really funny TV pilot. He plays an out-of-work guy that had a hit show, and now he can't get a job. It's really good. So we found the pilot. It's up on the webpage. It's 25 minutes. So watch it when you get a chance. But it is. I agree with it. Apparently, all the top producers and writers passed this thing around, saying it's the greatest pilot that never made it. So we have that on the webpage. Hey, also Jake Tapper. Normally Mr. Fake News, but he was doing one of those college graduation. What do you call those things? Commencement, and he gave some advice, some great advice to the graduates. Watch this, it's just like, he crams it off like 45 seconds, all the great advice in the world. It's pretty good. So it's all up on the webpage. Go to 710WOR.com, then go over to the Mark Simone page, or you can just go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com/Mark.
EFAM Systems seeks a lead software testing engineer in Weehawken, New Jersey. Position requires a master's degree or 5 years post-bachelor's progressive experience in the specialty and knowledge of Java, Groovy, IBM WebSphere Message Broker, Oracle, C#, APL. To apply, please mail your resume to EFAM Systems, Inc., 41 University Drive, Suite 202, Newtown, Pennsylvania, 18940. That's 41
University Drive, Suite 202, Newtown, Pennsylvania, 18940.
New Yorkers living in rent-regulated apartments may be able to freeze their rent if your rent stabilized lease renewal begins by September 30th, 2017. Great news. The Rent Guidelines Board voted a 0% increase for one-year lease renewals, 2% increase for two-year renewals, and if you're 62 years and older or with a disability and earn $50,000 or less, you may be eligible for NYC Rent Freeze program and even longer freeze. Call 311 to find out, 711 for relay service, or visit nyc.gov/freeze your rent.
Hi, everybody. This is Tom Marinero, the president of Residential Home Funding Corporation. And boy, do I have great news for you. Mortgage rates are finally back in the threes. So if you own a home and have an interest rate over 4%, you need to call me right away, and I will waive all of my lender fees. That's right, zero lender fees for all WOR listeners. And you can even get cash out. So you have nothing to lose. Call me right away at 1-800-636-LEND. That's 1-800-636-LEND. Residential Funding has been serving the New York, New Jersey, and tri-state area for over 15 years. We have offices in Parsippany, New Jersey, and White Plains, New York. We're licensed by the New York and New Jersey Departments of Banking and Insurance, and our NMLS number is 34973. So again, save thousands of dollars, but you gotta call me right now at 1-800-636-LEND. That's 1-800-636-LEND.
Hi, I'm Brian from 1-800-GOD-JUNK. I was told you could make us feel better. That's why we're here.
Everything just seems so,
Everything is about to get better, ma'am. You have a diagnosis, Brian? I have really good news. You're about to feel great. I sure hope so. You're suffering from too much junkitis.
how did we get it?
It's a common affliction, ma'am. Is there a cure? Point at something you haven't used in the past 12 months. Wow, it's gone. Try it, honey. You'll feel light as a feather.
Something I haven't used?
All you have to do is point.
I feel like I'm flying.
It's a crazy kind of freedom.
I can breathe again.
You ready for higher rates? Well, the past month has been especially good for New York area manufacturers. The New York Fed's Empire State Index has surged to an almost 3-year high. At the same time, the Philadelphia Fed is reporting a slight slowdown in manufacturing growth in that part of the country, but that's from a level that matched a 23-year high, and it was thought to be unsustainable. Over in the oil markets, they are mourning a surge in U.S. gasoline stockpiles that is sending crude futures to their lowest level of the year, $44.50 a barrel, and that is hitting oil stocks. So again, we have a technology sell-off, worries about rate hikes, and an oil market drop. This is news at 25:55 past every hour. I'm Tracy Johnson, Bloomberg Business for WCBS News Radio 880.
We've been saving people money for over 50 years. Now at Mavis Discount Tires, save even more. Get up to $60 back by mail on a set of Firestone tires, or $60 back on a set of Pirelli tires. You always save at Mavis Discount Tires. Check out MavisTire.com to see our huge tire selection and to find a store near you. Legal and other restrictions apply. See store for details.
WCBS News Time, 10:27.
Are you taking Viagra for ED? Well, now you can get sildenafil, the active ingredient in Viagra, in generic 20 milligrams for $2 per tablet. That is a savings of $40 per dose. Marley Drug is a North Carolina pharmacy delivering generic sildenafil to your door. For information on sildenafil, go to marleygenerics.com or call us at 800-852-8976. That number again, 800-852-8976.
WCBS News Time, 10:27. On a live call-in show, President Vladimir Putin voiced hope for normalizing Russian-U.S. relations. Putin said that Moscow and Washington should cooperate in efforts to prevent the spread of weapons of mass destruction and in dealing with global poverty and climate change. Putin again denied meddling in the U.S. elections, saying that Russia has openly expressed its views and hasn't engaged in any covert activities. And poking some fun, Putin also offered asylum to fired FBI Director James Comey. City Council Council in Sea Isle City voted down extending business and dining hours on the boardwalk. The vote was unanimous. Residents told Council it's already pretty noisy enough at the current cutoff time of 9 p.m. WCBS News Time 10:28. Traffic and weather together on the 8th with Jim Feldman.
Problems in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The sports sponsored by GilletteOnDemand.com. A car fire that is on the shoulder, and now looks like the right lane is also going to be blocked to eastbound on Route 3 right before the ramp to the New Jersey Turnpike. You're experiencing some delays as you're getting towards MetLife Stadium from around Route 17. You got no problems traveling across the Tappan Zee Bridge as of right now into Queens on the LIE westbound right around Junction Boulevard. Watch for a disabled vehicle there. The right lane is shut down. Eastbound on the LIE jammed up from the fairgrounds out into Nassau County. Grand Central Parkway eastbound from the BQE to 94th Street. You got some road work there to watch out for. You got road work also on the Deegan southbound right between the McCombs Dam Bridge and east 149th Street. The right lane and the entrance ramp will be blocked off until later on this month. And if you're traveling at the Hudson River Crossing, still about 15 inbound at the GWB 25 at the Lincoln Tunnel. 40 million Americans wake up to a Gillette shave. Gillette's working to bring you America's #1 shave for less. Go to GilletteOnDemand.com and get every fourth order free. Now, forecast from the WCBS Weather Center.
Hey, thank you, Jim. Hi, everybody. So, most of the reporting stations are partly sunny right now. I'm trying to get a little bit more in the way of sunshine in the air just to cheer you up. I will say that dew points are much lower, comfortably in the 50s, so the air mass feels great. Partly to mostly sunny this afternoon, mid-70s on average around the area. Normal high is 79, so we're actually a bit below that. Overnight tonight, clouds rule. Chance of showers after midnight. Tomorrow is not a washout, but could see some shower activity in the morning, then a break, then another batch of showers with an east wind. We'll see a little bit of rain and fog and a high of just 70. I'm John Elliott, the CBS 2 Weather Center.
WCBS News Time 10:30.
News, traffic, and weather for New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. We are WCBS News Radio TV.
Good morning on this Thursday, June 15th. I'm Pat Farnack. Here's the latest from the WCBS newsroom. No sign of terrorism so far in yesterday's shooting in Virginia as Congressman Steve Scalise remains in critical condition. Special counsel Robert Mueller now looking into whether President Trump tried to obstruct justice in the Russian meddling case. This morning, a fourth day of jury deliberations in the Bill Cosby sexual assault trial. And the Osgood File and Arizona Company has big plans for sending people up into the stratosphere along with a chicken sandwich or two. And weeks of shark sightings are really hurting business at the beach in Southern California. In sports, the Yankees are at the A's tonight and the Mets host the Nationals. WCBS News Time 10:31. As Congressman Steve Scalise remains in critical condition following surgery after being shot in the hip yesterday morning, the investigation continues into the suspect in the shooting. Here's CBS correspondent Jeff Begaze.
So far, investigators have found no connection to domestic or international terror groups. Witnesses say Hodgkinson had recently been hanging out at the YMCA, which is near the baseball field where their shooting occurred. Police are asking the public to report any past sightings of the suspect as they try to build a full timeline.
Meanwhile, a congressional women's softball team has hit the practice field in Washington amid heavier security. Police stood alongside the fence at the field where the women's team often gathers for early morning practices. The team of Democrats and Republicans holds an annual softball game against female journalists. And the other game is still on for tonight at Nationals Park in Washington. WCBS News Time 10:32. The investigation into Russian interference in the election has reached a potential turning point now. Special counsel Robert Mueller is reportedly scrutinizing whether President Trump tried to obstruct justice. Allegations of obstruction surfaced after the president fired James Comey as FBI director. CBS News has learned that Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats has agreed to be interviewed by special counsel Mueller about the conversations he had with President Trump concerning the Russian investigation. National Security Agency Director Mike Rogers is also cooperating, and we get more from CBS News Chief White House Correspondent Major Garrett.
CBS News has reported the president asked Rogers and Coats to push back against the narrative of cooperation between his campaign and Russian operatives in the 2016 election. The two men refused to answer questions about those conversations during Senate testimony last week. Former FBI Director James Comey did testify that the president asked him to try to lift the cloud of the Russia investigation, and when he did not, the president fired him.
That's Major Garrett reporting. Fiat Chrysler is recalling more than 200,000 older model minivans in the U.S.
Fiat Chrysler is recalling about 209,000 2011 and 2012 Dodge Grand Caravans because the driver's side front airbag can deploy without warning. Over time, wiring can chafe, causing a short circuit. 13 injuries, which the company calls minor, have been reported.
That's Jeff Gilbert reporting from Detroit. There's been progress in the fight against the brutal MS-13 gang on Long Island.
The arrest of 39 suspected members of the violent gang comes a little more than a month after Attorney General Jeff Sessions visited Suffolk County, where police say the murders of 4 young men in April had the markings of MS-13.
The MS-13 mantra is kill, rape, and control. Our motto is going to be justice for victims and consequences for criminals.
Authorities say a dozen of the arrested in the effort dubbed Operation Matador had crossed the border between Mexico and the U.S. as unaccompanied minors. Another 3 had fled violence in their homeland. Now they are all facing deportation. Marla Diamond, WCBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time 1034. Now this. Here's the best new way for you to buy business travel. It's Upside.com. And if you're not a business traveler, you know someone who is, so you have to tell them about Upside. Here's why you will love it. At Upside, you save money on travel and you get a free Amazon gift card worth hundreds of dollars every time. You get savings and big gift cards free. Here's how they do it. Upside bundles your flights and hotel together for one low price. Bundling saves a lot of money, especially on business travel, so they will give you an Amazon gift card. Your company saves money, and you still get to keep all your miles. And right now, when you use code 880, you are guaranteed a free $100 Amazon gift card your first time. That's code 880 to get guaranteed $100 Amazon gift card. How can you not do it? Upside, save big on travel and get a big gift card every time. Upside.com, that's Upside.com. Minimum purchase required. See site for complete details. At 10:35, let's check the numbers. They are all lower right now. The Dow is down 94 points at 21,280. NASDAQ falling 77 points at 6117. And the S&P down 17 points at 2420. A new lawsuit claims Wells Fargo flaunted the rules when it changed home loans held by customers in bankruptcy. The changes resulted in lower monthly mortgage payments for customers, but in order to achieve that, the bank allegedly extended the length of the mortgages that is, by decades. Any change to a payment plan for a person in bankruptcy first needs approval by the court and other parties involved, but a lawsuit contends that Wells Fargo made the changes without authorization. Wells Fargo strongly denies those claims. Westchester health officials are getting the word out about a hepatitis scare at a landmark restaurant.
Swift action could spare folks the worst of hepatitis A: fever, fatigue, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and jaundice. An employee at the historic upscale restaurant in Monteverde at Old Stone in Cortlandt Manor has tested positive for hepatitis A. The Westchester Health Department is trying to track down anyone who consumed a beverage in Monteverde from May 31st to June 10th. Westchester County Health Commissioner Dr. Charlita Ambler says there's a 2-week window.
For us to give you either hepatitis A vaccine or immune globulin, depending on your age, and we can actually prevent the disease.
Free screening and vaccination today at the restaurant itself until 3, and then tomorrow in White Plains, 9 to 3, at the Court Street Clinic. In White Plains, Sean Adams, WCBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time 10:37. Macy's for free. Find the perfect Father's Day gift, even with no time to shop. Just order at Macy's.com by 3 p.m. Saturday and pick it up in-store the same day. Plus, you'll get a savings pass for an extra 20 or 15% off your next in-store purchase at Macy's. Shop during Macy's One Day Sale Friday and Saturday for select lowest prices of the season. minutes. Buy online and pick up in store at Macy's for free. See some rates and exclusions apply.
Finding great people to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's time to try ZipRecruiter, where 80% of jobs get a qualified candidate in just one day. How? Using powerful technology, ZipRecruiter matches your job to the right candidates fast. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, only ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/find for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/find. WCBS News Time, 10:38. Traffic and weather together on the 8th, sponsored by iToro. Here's Jim Feldman.
Thank you very much, Pat. Just got a little worse on Route 3 eastbound as you're approaching the New Jersey Turnpike. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. The right lane is now indeed closed as they're extinguishing a car fire. You've got delays back almost to Route 21 eastbound on Route 3. Definitely give it a little extra travel time traveling there. Definitely also need some extra traveling time eastbound on 80, approaching exit 57. Guardrail repairs there. Take out the right lane. Also on the Turnpike out of roadway southbound, or rather northbound south of Interchange 9. You've got construction in the right lane until 2 o'clock. Traveling in Connecticut, delays have eased out now on the southbound Turnpike through Norwalk. Traveling on Long Island, you do have some roadwork to watch out for on the LIE. It's in both directions between New Hyde Park Road and Searingtown Road. The right lane is going to be blocked off in both directions until 2 o'clock. In Queens, still have a disabled vehicle on the LIE eastbound around Junction Boulevard. You've got construction delays as well. If you're traveling on the Grand Central Parkway on the eastbound side, heading to Little Neck Parkway, they're setting that one up. If you're traveling inbound at the 59th Street Bridge, you are still jammed up on the ramp. Queensbound, as well as you're approaching Queens Boulevard on the lower level, you're jammed up there as well. And Brooklyn bound on the Brooklyn Bridge, you've got construction to watch out for. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. Post your next job opening on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. Our next traffic update less than 10 minutes away on WCBS.
And now we